You see, I am an ambassador of eSpring because I love it so much. So love your product, know your product inside out, and plan enough time for the consultation.
But if I can give you a small advice, a good questions which I like to ask or which our team is asking, then it is, how do you drink your water at home? Are you drinking tap water or bottled water? And whatever answer you get, either answer is the right one because you can then continue the conversation. With tap water, you can talk about possible contaminants, and if bottled water, you can talk about how much money the person would save if they change to an eSpring purifying system, because the price per liter, it's incredible.
I would advise them, be your own best customer, because once you try, you really know everything about new eSpring. For example, to me, I was thinking it's all about filtering and cleaning water. But then I realized such a small thing as this really nice design, and it really makes me feel like at home if I see it in our kitchen, looking to it from our couch. So you never know which feature you fell in love with.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen you in the kitchen so many times before we had the eSpring, because yeah, once we installed it, Adam fell in love. So even me and him are our best customers. And that's basically the advice. You need to fall in love with the products. You need to be your own best customer, because once you've done this part, your share of the job, it's easy to sell. It's no selling basically if you recommend something from your heart.
Well, you cannot fall in love with the product if you don't use it. The best what works for us is to buy one eSpring for yourself and buy second, which you can lend to your friends, family, and then manage to use it for promotion, so everyone can really try it for himself in his home, for example, for 1 week. So if you want to move to the next spin, it depends on your volume you have in your whole team. So it's easier to sell 10 eSprings than maybe 1000 soaps. So that's why we try to focus on our flagships, and one of them, I believe the best of them, is the new eSpring, because it's a big volume and is also, I believe, one of the best-selling filters, home filters in the whole world.
Once customers, ABOs, whoever realize that the eSpring really works, that what they tell us is really the truth, then they believe automatically in the vitamins, the cosmetics, and every other thing. And then you can be just the whole ambassador of the whole portfolio and yeah, focus on your next achievers. Actually, most of our customers, our ABOs, and including ourselves, share the same experience or very similar experience. And that is that once you install your eSpring and you start using it, you notice that immediately that the water tastes nice. It's like when you go to the mountains, the water is very fresh.
eSpring is easy. Water is always there. You do not need to buy water or bring it home. You do not have to store the bottle somewhere. It is always there. It is sustainable, and you save a lot of money that you can easily spend on other things, like Nutrilite or artistry, for example.
We are a family of 4. My son Luca is 6 and my little one is Linus, 4 years old. And lately we have been invited for dinner at our friend's house, and he received a glass of water on the table. They always drink water, they don't drink juices or anything like this. And he took a sip and then was asking our friend, can I have another water, not this water? And she was like, what do you mean? It's water. And he said, like, I would like to have purified eSpring water. And she was in shock, and we didn't brief him to say this, but it's crazy to see the impact also on our family's life, especially the kids' life as well.
Well, we all know about the benefits of clean water. But yes, I have a story. I have one customer who is very proud of his fancy coffee machine. He only had one problem. His wife did not like the coffee. But after he has used eSpring water to make coffee, what a surprise! Lo and behold, she loved it. So what can I say? Happy wife, happy life.
So we have one lady in our neighborhood. She's always living a healthy lifestyle. We promoted the eSpring. She purchased the eSpring and we installed it in her home. Now her partner, she's not living with this partner together. He has another home. He tried the eSpring water and was like, hey, wow, I also want to have it, because he's also into living a healthy lifestyle. So now we had already 2 customers with the new eSpring, and now just before I came here, I received another call from his sister-in-law.
So I remember one guy, he bought a first month a new eSpring. So he fell in love so much that he was able to sell 2 new eSprings to his customers in just 1 month.
I remember it was quite challenging for him to buy the new eSpring. He did it, it was a great achievement, and he loved it so much that he was able to sell it to other people.
On the one side, we have a demonstration device, which I always offer to people who are interested, that they can experience how it is to purify their water at home. And on the other side, we in the team, we're collecting every kind of article, social media, reel or video, to send these articles then to these persons, to educate them and to give them more and more information. So as soon as they have all this information, as soon as they tried it, most of them are convinced to have their own eSpring at home.
Nowadays, the consumer is very informed and already knows some competitor products out there. I then explain all the features of the eSpring, and in most of the cases, I can convince them.
We really believe that eSpring, as being our flagship, is not really cheap product. So the main challenge is to find the right customers who are willing to buy and are right customers for eSpring.
When I meet a customer, my first step is to offer a glass of water, and the next step is to identify the need. Speaking about water helps to connect to nutrition and beauty, so in most cases it can be a wonderful door opener.
We don't usually use eSpring for bringing new customers in, and we realize it's easier for us to upsell our nowadays customers.
Yeah, we usually connect with them with everyday small items that they can use right now. Toothpaste, cosmetics, you know that. And after some while, when they get used to it, when we build trust, we can sell them eSpring or anything bigger that they can need.
The last years, I didn't see the big potential with eSpring. Now, as I'm really into it, I'm very excited because it fits perfectly into this holistic approach. You know, we learn to take care of and live a healthy lifestyle, sleep good, get good input into our thoughts and our brain, but at the same time, a big part of it is also to drink water. But nobody talks about which water. And that's why the market is ready, talking with people about which water do you drink. eSpring is a phenomenal product and has such a huge potential in Europe.